Juju Smith-Schuster is petty. So everybody is coming for the king of Pittsburgh. That's not true. Actually, I'm the king of Pittsburgh. Ben Roethlisberger has been getting a lot of criticism recently for his leadership style, possibly purposely fumbling, which is an outrageous accusation if true.
Yeah, big wild.
Big wild. Not saying I don't believe it, but if that is true, that is get your ass beat territory.
Yeah. Can't come back from that.
Metaphorically, of course. I'm not constituting, I'm not supporting. Advocating. That's the word. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Violence. But Juju Smith-Schuster has decided to cape up, and he posted a picture of himself hugging Ben.
Cape up.
And added the message, I was so blessed to enter the league and play with a Hall of Fame quarterback as a 20-year-old. Ben has taught me so much. He's a true leader, and I can't wait to rock with my guy this season. Now, obviously the timing of this is questionable. However, I'm not doubting the I'm not doubting the authenticity or the genuine nature of this. I'm sure they do like each other. But this is a little bit petty. There's a little tone of the pettiness flying around here, which I'm here for, obviously. I think Juju is going to have a great season. And I think that this year is a prove-it year for Ben Roethlisberger. Oh, but he has 2 championships and he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Yes, I'm aware. But they lost Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell, and those two have been pointed to as the issue makers in Pittsburgh. Le'Veon being out last year, it meant nothing because their running game didn't fall off at all. And Antonio Brown bailed on the team, and that's why they didn't make the playoffs. And okay, we're going to see. Now we're going to see because they're not there anymore, and Ben's still there, and Ben's the one who's getting all of these accusations for not being a good leader. So this is the year. If none of this is true and it's all Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell's fault, cool. Y'all should be in the playoffs next year and should not miss a beat. And I'm not saying that they're going to be terrible next year because they still have a great offensive line. They still have Juju Smith-Schuster. They still have Ben Roethlisberger and a bunch of other pieces. So we'll see. I don't have high expectations because I feel like the Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Big Ben era was squandered. And that's just how I feel about it. I feel like what happened in Pittsburgh was a colossal disappointment. I know people in Pittsburgh are very resistant to criticizing anyone on the team. I don't understand why. Because the last time I checked, the standard is a standard, and the standard is championships, and excuses are for losers. And I don't do that. Not where I'm from, and I don't like that shit. So everybody else being all soft, and it's Antonio Brown's fault, Le'Veon Bell's fault. Ben can't be criticized. All right, cool. Well, we're going to see. And I'm talking to all Steelers fans right now because everyone is in their feelings. And for whatever reason, everybody thinks that all of my favorite new narrative, and I don't get caught up in comments a lot because I just try and avoid that and keep that out of my life. But every once in a while, I'll see one just because it happens, unfortunately.
You know how to read.
It's a casualty of that skill. This idea that the national media has vendettas is so weird to me. I'll get tweets from people. They're like, well, if your network would let you talk about real stuff, then you would know that Ben Roethlisberger's been supported by 3 offensive linemen. FS1, they don't want you to say anything nice about Ben Roethlisberger. And it's I don't understand. Is that a thing people really think happens?
Well, Cowboy, I guess we're like an NFC. Are we? I don't.
You think that it's my goal to just make up things about Ben Roethlisberger that aren't true. It's just weird to me. I don't get it. I feel it's disrespectful to me as a person that you think I have the time to sit here and have a vendetta. I don't care, okay? Let me just be very clear. I don't care. All I care about is the Steelers being good because the Dolphins are going to be awful. And the Steelers are my other team, and I need them to be good or else I have a miserable season, okay? That's the point, all right? So stop making excuses. It was a disaster of a season. Just say it. That's what it was. They didn't make the playoffs. That's not what we do, all right? And we're not even just trying to make the playoffs. We're trying to win championships around here. So you can't have all of these issues, and I'm sorry, but there can't be this much smoke without there being some kind of issue with Ben Roethlisberger being the proper leader. And just take some responsibility for it. You know what I would respect? If at this point everyone just came out that's still on the team and was like, yeah, we had a horrible season. This is why. This is where I messed up. I should have been in a room with this person. I should have said this to this person. I didn't do it. Moving forward, we're going to do things differently. We messed up here, and this is what we're changing. Instead, it's yeah, we all got to look in the mirror, and we all really love Ben. Everything's cool. All right, bet. So what you're telling me is you're not going to make the playoffs again next year?
Well, that's what I was saying. You got to pay attention to this because Juju's he said everything right up until this point. Every time, even when he's lost games, he said the perfect thing. He's played social media the perfect way he should as a young player in the league. Pay attention to what he's saying about Ben Roethlisberger, because if that opinion changes ever, we're going to see it all in the Instagram.
I'm not questioning JuJu's authenticity. I don't think he has any reason to lie. I'm not saying that
right
at all.
now,
I'm just saying that I need results and not all of this like passing the blame stuff around. Yeah. I'm not saying Antonio Brown doesn't deserve some blame. Certainly does. I'm not saying Le'Veon doesn't deserve some blame. Certainly does. Nobody in the situation was perfect. All I'm saying is I keep hearing a lot of the same when I really want to hear something different. Yeah. And that's not what's happening. So